dangerous? What makes him so dangerous? What makes Canelo so dangerous?
Jermall. Jermall. Jermell. Anybody? Jermall. What's going on with y'all? What's going on, you guys? So where is Jermall Charlo? Last we heard about Jermall Charlo, he was supposed to be making his return to the ring this upcoming February. Hit that like button for your boy on Bushido Boxing TV. This is where we're going to be. But Jermall Charlo, man, the former Lion Charlo, is now been reduced to a guy we don't see fight no more. It's been over 500 some days since his last fight. It's been over 2 years since his last fight. And in that last fight, he went to a war with Juan Montiel. Well, we've seen Jermall Charlo buzzed quite a few times in that fight. And that's the last time we've seen him. So one would imagine that there's a lot of rust that needs to be shaken off for Jermall Charlo. And the thing is, right, this isn't the first time I've did a video stating where's Charlo. When I first started this very channel that we on right now, before I transformed it to Bushido Boxing TV after the main dojo got suspended on a pugilist critic, I had a video saying where's Charlo, and this was years ago. This was years ago when I was saying where's Charlo. And now here we go. Once again, where's Charlo? But should Jermall Charlo be stripped of his WBC title? Carlos Adames is the interim champion, waiting, right? And the WBC isn't going to force a fight between Adames, who looks really good right now, against a inactive Jermall Charlo. Now, his wife came out a little while ago on a pretty shocking video, I should say, saying that he's never going to return to boxing again, blah, 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 right? Then you hear about the back injury. You know, is Jermall Charlo still hungry? One would imagine sitting around for this long, the hunger would start to wane a bit, especially when you're sitting on mink and getting up off silk sheets, right? One would imagine that hunger will wane. And Jermall Charlo, we haven't seen him in the ring in quite some time. There's guys like Boo Boo Andre now, who's campaigning at 168 pounds. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez about to finally fight. But where's Jermall Charlo in the mix? Jermall Charlo is always a name that's going to be attached to one of these guys' names. And yet and still, we haven't heard nothing from Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo may not really be coming back to boxing. He might not come back. And if he do come back, I'll be hard-pressed to feel like he'll be the same guy.
A whole generation of fighters. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought a whole generation of fighters. This whole era of fighters, he hasn't fought. Chris Eubanks, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. He turned down the Canelo fight. I know 100% he turned down the Canelo fight. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I know 100%. And then years later, Jermall Charlo came out and told you he ducked Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, Laura. He turned down the Laura fight, y'all. He's turned down the Laura fight at least twice that I know of. At least twice. Trust me on that. Laura used to beat him up as a kid, and he hasn't forgotten it. He doesn't want to touch Laura. I mean, it's like 10 fighters he hasn't fought. Fought Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought Jared Hurd in 2 weight classes. Jared Hurd is a 160 guy now. It's like 10 fighters. How do 10 fighters duck you? He lost to Matt Coralball that night. Everybody knows it. Everybody saw it. He lost that fight 115, 113. 100% he lost that fight. I believe, and that was the night Al Heyman really understood Jermall Charlo ain't that good. Jermall Charlo, your career is over. It's simple. Who you gonna fight? Canelo's never fight me. You're not gonna fight Benavidez. You have Caleb Plant's not gonna fight you. You don't add nothing to his career. Darrell might fight you. He's at the end of his career. You know, I don't know if he wants a belt or some money. I don't know what he wants. But who you gonna fight? And then they gonna start comparing you to your brother, and that's gonna eat you alive. And guess what Jermall Charlo gonna do? He just gonna salivate off of that shit. Oh yeah, I'm better than my brother.
There's a certain thing as a good enough time off just so your body recover, and then you come back rejuvenated, fresh, almost like you a new fighter. Then there's a such thing as taking too much time off to the point where your timing is off. You're not feeling it anymore. Your mind is not in it. Your heart is not in it. Jermall Charlo been going long enough for me to believe that his heart probably not in it no more. Maybe the injuries is really hindering him, but Jermell Charlo has now surpassed Jermall Charlo as the Lion Charlo. Jermell Charlo is the pound for pound Charlo. Jermell Charlo is the undisputed Charlo. Jermell Charlo essentially surpassed his big bro, twin brother, Jermall Charlo, who for years it seemed like he was in Jermall Charlo's shadow. But now he's the King Charlo. And now Jermall Charlo just doesn't even seem like he really cares. I don't know it's a competitive rivalry between two brothers, but Jermall Charlo, as of right now, was supposed to be a unified champion at the very least in the middleweight division. Jermall Charlo was supposed to be at 168 at the very least. But we still haven't seen Jermall Charlo. Should he be stripped of his WBC title? He's essentially holding up the division. There's other guys, they could have fought for that title 4 times over. And yet and still, the WBC sanction body lets him sit on that belt. The division can't move around if the champion ain't ready to throw down. So what they do is make Carlos Adames an interim champion. A champion pretty much essentially in recess until they figure out Jermall Charlo's situation. But should he be stripped of his title? Should Jermall Charlo be stripped of his WBC title due to inactivity, due to uncertainty? We just don't know when Jermall Charlo's coming back, and we don't know if he's going to be the same guy when he comes back. So let's say he comes back, right? Comes back against a tune-up guy. It's a fight where he's got to shake the rust off. It's a fight to where he gets the feel of things again. But this guy who's supposed to be coming in as a layup, as a tune-up, goes out there and upsets or makes Jermall Charlo look even worse than we saw him 2 years ago, right? What if that happens? What if Jermall Charlo loses his belt to somebody he wasn't supposed to lose it to? Where's Jermall Charlo, man? Hey, Jermall, you got guys at the middleweight division that's waiting for a title shot, bro. Hey, Jermall. Hey, come to the door, man. You got Carlos Adames out here. You got a lot of these dudes out here that wants to get a shot at the WBC middleweight title. They want to know if you go come up off that. Hey, Charlo, where you at, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's this dude at? Where's he at, man? We haven't seen you, Jermall Charlo. When you coming back, bro? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.